Hi, friends. It's me, and I really wanted to appear to you sort of like face to face, mostly for all of the people out there who realize that the war against Hamas, first of all, we didn't start it, but mostly it's a war that's fought for the whole world, essentially. Um, because they're liberal countries that allow zealots, to put it lightly, and extremists to behave in terroristic ways, to have their sleeper cells, to have their people close highways and roads in prayers, and just because they want to, stuff like that. You guys realize that this is what we're fighting for. We're fighting for you, not just for us. And everybody knows, even if people don't admit it, and governments definitely don't admit it, but you know that if you live in a country that allows for such behavior and such people to be among your populace, then chances are that what happened on October 7th in Israel will happen in your country as well, especially as long as you keep supporting Hamas, or other people keep supporting Hamas. And I know there are minority, these people. It's just they're so loud, so we hear them all the time, but they're definitely a minority. And I think that we saw that last night at the Eurovision contest, where no country gave Israel any points. Our points were based on audiences and fans and supporters of Israel that voted for Israel. And out of 37 countries, 26 songs, I think, Israel placed fifth. And for us as Israelis, this competition this year was so important because our singer, Eden Golan, when she performed, despite the protests outside the arena, despite the jeering inside the arena, despite all the hate and all of the discomfort, she delivered beautifully. She delivered amazingly. She's only 20 years old, and just imagine the weight on her shoulders while singing that song, knowing that it pretty much represents her country to the world, when the world, quote unquote, hates Israel. Because I know that many people don't. Most people don't. That being said, what Eden did is just heart and soul. She showed everybody, our hearts and our souls as Israelis, who try to stay away from conflicts, who don't want to fight with anybody, but we keep having to, because others don't want to stop attacking us. And this is where I would like to thank everybody around the world who voted for Israel, who cared, and who really showed it in a way that strengthens, I think, our morale a little bit. We're still need for our kidnapped loved ones to be returned to us, civilians who have done nothing wrong but sleep in their homes, in their beds, that Saturday morning, over 7 months ago. They're still in the tunnels or everywhere where Hamas hid them, and they're still there. There are 132 or 133, and for my kibbutz there are 5, and we need them to come back home. And of course you can help with that as well, and I know that many of you do show support and do show your appreciation. So thank you for everything. The second thing is that I wanted to mention was that tonight we will, there's no word like, it's not celebrating, but it's remembering. It's Israel's Memorial Day. And it's mentioned, it's honored every year on the same Hebrew date. And this year, of course, it's going to be even more difficult than it's always difficult, because we are such small people, as in nation. We are so small, so few. So everybody, every family in Israel, every Israeli family, even if they live abroad, they know somebody who knows somebody that was either killed at war or murdered in terror attacks. And today's Memorial Day is really for the soldiers and people who fought and fight in wars and are killed, and for victims of terror attacks, be it inside Israel or outside Israel. So it commemorates both. It's not like a kind of Memorial Day where we say Happy Memorial Day, not at all. As you can see, I'm wearing black, and I have on me a dog tag, and the flower on it, we call it in Hebrew the Maccabees blood. It's been Israel's national flower for Memorial Day ever since the War of Independence in 1948. So this is to show that, and soon we'll all be lighting candles in memoriam, and pretty much all of us will light two. One for the designated people for whom this day is remembered, and one for everybody that was butchered and slaughtered on October 7th. It's a somber day. It's a very humbling day. It's a day of remembrance, truly. I mean, at 8 o'clock, I'm hoping to be able to catch the siren that will go off, where the country stops. Everything stops. Cars in the street, people walking, talking, eating, everybody stops, and they stand for, I think, 3 minutes of silence, I think. Immediately at the end, so that starts tonight, and it will be until tomorrow night. There will be many ceremonies tonight in military cemeteries and communities in different places. And then tomorrow night, Israel turns 76. As I said, we're very few people, but we're also pretty young. We're 76 years old, and considering all of our achievements in technology, in medicine, in literature, in science, and whatever, I think they speak for themselves as to our spirit and our determination to stay strong, good-hearted, loving, warm people. And everybody who visits Israel feels it immediately from the moment they land here, whether they're Jewish or not, doesn't matter. We have space here, and we welcome everybody. We welcome Jews and Christians and Muslims and Baha'i and Buddhists and every other religion that's out there, the whole list. Everybody's welcome. So, and when I say Christian, I mean all the different branches of Christianity, be it Catholic or born again or Baptist, anybody, and everybody's welcome to come here. In fact, many people do on Easter, on Christmas. Many people do. So, that being said, tomorrow night Israel turns 76, and usually every year there are tons of celebrations everywhere. There's the Gay Pride Parade. There's everybody barbecues. That's what we do on Independence Day. We barbecue, we sing songs, we have fun, we have silly things like this hammer, okay? And we mostly dress in blue and white, and everybody has flags, and it's really a fun day. And there's a special Air Force flyover usually. This year the flyover by the Air Force was canceled due to the situation we've been put in. But from my kibbutz, there will be a flyover of I don't know how to say it in English right now, but less planes than usual, which means some are missing. And those missing ones are to symbolize the people that are held captive by the Hamas. The planes will carry the names on, we'll be able to see them in the sky of all 132. And from the 5 families from Kfar Aza, there will be representatives of the kidnapped families on the planes themselves participating in the flyover. So I will try to get a photo of that tomorrow, Tuesday. So this is a long message, and just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for all of your support. I wish that we could be louder than the minority, but at the same time, kill them with honey. And you know that I don't mean kill. I mean, stay strong, stick to your belief regardless of what everybody says. Stay away from the herd. The real shepherd, which is God above, that's the herd you should belong to. And I just want to say one thing about Christianity and anti-Semitism. People who know and understand and that Christianity stemmed out of Judaism know that being an anti-Semite is an oxymoron. Because when Jesus was crucified, he was still a Jewish rabbi. And Christianity didn't begin until about 40 years later. So, like it or not, the Christians were also, the first Christians were pursued by other enemies and paganists and all of that. And when Constantine the Great decided to convert to Christianity around the year 309 AD. That's when Christianity spread to the rest of the world, and 300 years later, Islam came around. So you need to understand and use it as a way to talk to people, to make them realize that, listen, are you a Christian? You're wearing a cross? Just realize that this is thanks to Judaism. And end of story. That's it. Your God is a rabbi, or the son of your God is a rabbi, was a rabbi, is a rabbi. So it's difficult to smile these days, but sending you a lot of love and a lot of appreciation, and know that your actions are noticed and appreciated and admired and welcomed, and they are very, very strengthening too. If you know somebody who would like to hear this video and see how we feel, then go ahead. Thank you to everyone. And may we know better days. And may I get to send you a message, a different message next time, a happier one. And may God bless all of you and all of us, the state of Israel, the children of Israel, wherever there may be, the nation of Israel, May God instill wisdom, um, patience, understanding, education to everybody. And let's all get together as one light to defeat the darkness. God bless.